we welcome you back here for the second period here on YouTube between the Seton Hall Pirates and the Stockton Osprey. As this one has carried a centering try, that one's redirected wide. That one was Tyler Fearon setting up Mike Mascolo. Seton Hall setting up in the offensive zone. This game is tied at 1. Seton Hall starting on the power play for 1:55. As this one's taken at the right point now by Michael Reed. Slipped onto the back. Here is a shot redirected by the stick of Matt Corella and into his glove. Alongside Pat Corsella, I'm Chris Russo here from Richard J. Cody Arena in West Orange. And Pat, what have you seen from the power play so far in this period?
Well, coming out of this period strong for the Pirates. They got their first line on here now, so it looks like maybe, if they get a shot on goal here, one of them will go in. Every player on this line has scored a goal in the last game, so we'll see if they get one.
This one off the wall all the way down. 1:10 left in the power play. Seton Hall moving left to right on your screen in white with pirate blue trim. This one's rimmed around the boards, and Stockton moving right to left in a dark blue with light blue and white trim. Volpe carries in the corner, centering try. That one's poked away by the goaltender Corella. Clearing this one is Tanner Clemson all the way down. 40 seconds left in the power play. Good pressure here from Clemson. This one is chipped up ice. Back to center. It's broken up. And now skating with it just to kill some time is Brooks Raddick, who's able to clear it down. On the chase is Clemson. Now taken by the Pirates. They have time for one more rush with 20 seconds left in this man advantage. That one goes off a skate. Fired back in and hit the linesman. It was actually fanned on as Stockton gets a change. Right wing here, it's taken by Tozer, who rims it around. Carried behind the goal by Olhorn. Back to the point, held in for a moment. That one is poked away by the captain, Mackenzie Russell, as the power play comes to an end, and we're back at even strength. Backhanded in. Play now behind the goal. And here is a shot. That one was blocked, delayed offside. As Stockton will go to touch up. Pat, it seems like, I know there was only one home game here so far for Seton Hall, but just looking at the stats overall, it seems like this is by far the most defensive and most evenly played game for Seton Hall this year.
Well, for sure. Coming in this period, I think Stockton definitely looks better than they did in the first period. I would say Stockton may be tougher competition for the Pirates than Brynathan was last week. Definitely better defense, I would say, overall.
Well, it seems that way as Stockton, despite losing their first two games and only scoring 2 goals, let up 8. That's 4 a game, and I would say by comparison to what we saw for Seton Hall in their first 2 games, this one goes down, it'll be an icing. What we saw for Seton Hall in their first 2 games, maybe some other teams in this league in their first few games, that's not terrible.
You say they let up 8, and then Brynathan last game let up 8 in 1 game.
Yeah.
So
it's a very good point. Stockton had taken 28, had gone to the box for 28 penalty minutes through the first 2 games. It's off the draw. This one was shot wide by Devin Metz, who was one of the more dangerous players for Stockton in that first period. Long outlet pass that goes off the stick of Tyler Fearon.
If only he handled that.
Fearon can walk it out in front. That was a bouncing puck. Went off the stick of Volpe. Played behind the goal now by Romano. Romano reverses. That one was intercepted. Good play off the boards to himself by Machen. Machen, an outlet pass. That one's intercepted. He was trying to do the same thing that Seton Hall had just done. Here is a shot by Fearon. He's taken to the boards. Rather, Reed taken to the boards after a blocked attempt. Worked again by Devin Metz. Finding this one in his skates was Matt Constantino. Now Hoyt, the Seton Hall goal scorer, with a dangerous pass that was nearly intercepted. Pirates can flip back out to center. Backhanded back into the zone by Jake Hall. played by Matthew Brock. Slid one over to Ian Dylan, formerly of the New Jersey Renegades of the Eastern Hockey League Premier. A team that has risen up the ranks and is actually in first place in the Mid-Atlantic Division as this one's carried on the left wing. Putting on the brakes was Russell. Russell worked it behind the goal. O'Leary after it. Good poke check to get it ahead to Mascolo. Outlet pass, redirected. Pirates able to get it back for a moment. Teams play ping pong, and it's backhanded in.
Seton Hall's got to keep the pressure on like they did in the first period. They're sort of lacking that and letting Stockton to get a little more offensive chances than they were.
It seems Stockton doing very well on the forecheck here to start the second frame. Now it could be a 3-on-2. They break out. Long outlet pass for Patrick Wedge. Wedge, good drop pass. Here is a shot redirected off the glass. Sharp angle off the end boards, but that one was knocked away. A drop pass coming from Mascolo. Pirates back to get this one. It's Tozer. Outlet pass was redirected and intercepted as both teams change. This one pinballed off the Stockton player as a hard hit was offered there by John Veras IV. Outlet pass on the left wing. 2-on-3 for the Pirates as Reed will take it. A shot is stopped by Corella.
That one's loose.
It was loose. You're absolutely right. The net comes off its moorings after the fact. Fortunately for Corella, as that one trickled off to his right.
Now we got to see, Chris, was that a Stockton player who knocked that off? Because if it is, that should be a penalty. If you're knocking the net off, I mean, that puck was loose.
Well, it looks like the draw is coming outside the zone, so it seems Seton Hall knocked the net off. But definitely an excellent question. Stockton wins the draw. Oh, that one
off the ref.
Referee seemingly in the kneecap. That one's cleared away. It appears to be fine, fortunately.
Lucky bounce for Seton Hall there.
Lucky bounce for Seton Hall. Not a lucky bounce for the referees. A mini 2-on-1 here. Here's a shot that's stopped by Corella. This one's held into the right. No, it goes through Tozer and out. Slid ahead, back to center, and out of play. 13:52 left in the second, still tied at 1. It is interesting that you note it's 2 referees and 1 linesman here. Most of the games I call are in the EHL or the EHLP, and you generally see 1 ref and 2 linesmen or linespeople. Very interesting to note. That one's steered aside by Fox. That one is out at the right point. Taken again by DeStefano. And the Osprey are onside once more. Here is a backdoor try, but unable to get there for the secondary pass was Raddick. Raddick, the son of NHL commentator E.J. Raddick, who's in the building, as this is carried by Ryan Olhorn on the right wing. Olhorn takes it behind the goal. That one is knocked away. Back out to center, cleared in by O'Leary. Backhanded off the boards and out. Cleared in once more.
That was Talircio who cleared that in.
That is right, Michael Talircio, whose name we have not brought up too much tonight, out of Toms River, New Jersey. I don't know where he went, but his dad was actually next to us, off to our right earlier this evening. Played with Toms River High School East, played with the Toms River Blackhawks as well, as this one is gloved quite easily by John Fox.
Going back to Talircio, I believe when we were talking to his dad before, he said he did coach with E.J. Raddick, who is the dad of Brooks Raddick.
That is true. Talircio from Toms River, Brooks Raddick from Manahawkin. A lot of guys you'll get from Central and South Jersey on these teams. I mean, it makes more sense, of course, for Stockton, based in the Atlantic City area. But still, you get a lot of guys from Monmouth County. You see a lot of guys, as this one is centered, a one-timer that goes wide off the end boards. That puck was bouncing as it was played by Panico.
It didn't look like he got everything on that. You said it was bouncing. When I was looking at the shot, it looked like he just got part of the toe on it.
It looked like he might have come back to the heel of his stick as it's a one-on-one.
Well, here's a chance.
Walking inside and shooting one was Fear on that one is stopped by Corella. But yeah, you got a lot of guys on these teams you've seen. I saw Red Bank Generals a lot when I was doing my notes.
Yep, the captain Michael Volpe is from Red Bank.
That's right. That's coincidental actually. I'm from Bergen County, but I've got a lot of family from Red Bank. I'm also from Red Bank. This one is cleared away. Look at guys from, I think I saw Christian Brothers on here. I saw somebody on Stockton of all teams. You would have figured more so from Seton Hall and the Secaucus Patriots. That one was really notable for me. And a few more, a couple guys. I think somebody on Jersey Shore Whalers, I want to say. As this one is centered. Bouncing puck skipped away from Nets. Can be played again at the left point by Sevian. He slides it behind the net. Going to play this one as Constantino. It's worked ahead by Seton Hall out of the zone back to center. Sevian with it now. Fires to the near wall. Can be held in on the backhand. Bouncing puck. Kept once more. Penalty upcoming on Stockton. Here's a centering try as there's a man down on the play for Seton Hall. Kept in by O'Leary. That shot blocked.
That's Liam Hoyt down for Seton Hall as he goes to the bench.
It's Liam Hoyt, the goal scorer, as Panico cleared that one out of frustration as well.
What'd you see on that one, Chris?
I'm not quite sure. All I saw was Hoyt down behind the play at the blue line near the Seton Hall bench. Panico looking very frustrated as he cleared that puck away. Just kind of slapped the puck as he could touch it to end the delayed penalty. But then also sort of making a roundabout way to the box, having to be told by one of the officials, get in the box.
Well, here comes Volpe now. Looks like he'll talk to the ref, see what's up.
Volpe and McKenzie wrestle. The Stockton captain over there. Seton Hall will go on the power play. They are 0-for-1 tonight. That penalty coming at 9:40. That's actually our first mark on the score sheet for the period. As the Osprey win the draw, they were unable to clear initially, and now they can do so. Pirates able to fire back in. That one goes on goal. It is stopped by Corella with limited damage.
Big chance for Seton Hall here as we're about halfway through the game now.
23 seconds shy of the midway point of regulation time. Face-off between Moscolo and Clemson. Moscolo wins this one. It's sent on to the back by Romano, held in there by the Pirates. Volpe winds it around the boards. Held in now at the right point. Here's a shot and a save. Rebound cleared away. All the way down to be played by Fox. 10 minutes left in the second period. This game's still tied at 1. Liam Hoyt with the goal for the Pirates. And Brett Machin on the power play for the Osprey. This could be a breakaway. Coming back is Devin Metz. Good by Fox and a penalty upcoming.
There's going to be something on that.
And you know what? Metz, to his credit, skated away and kind of put his hand up.
Chris, if that's not a penalty, I don't know what is.
It will be a penalty. Metz put his hand up Metz put his hand up as if to say, I didn't mean to do that, and I don't believe there was any intent there, as there's some clear frustration here in the stands on both sides. Fox had his mask knocked off. Metz is being taken off. Oh, is he getting the gate for this? Because he's not going to the penalty
This
box.
could be a game.
I understand if this is a penalty, and it should be a penalty. I'm very surprised that this is it's got to be at the very least a 10-minute misconduct.
It's something they take very seriously in college hockey.
Well, because we are under 10 left in the period, so it could theoretically be a 10-minute misconduct. But if they're
We could see that, right?
But yeah, if they're directing Metz off, this very well could be the game.
At the same time, we saw a 10-minute misconduct before, and he went in the box.
Yes, but that was with more than 10 minutes left
Correct,
in the period.
correct.
The way they're signaling it, makes it seem like he's done. I don't know if that should necessarily be the case, though, because, I mean, Fox is coming out to play that puck.
The ref seems to be pointing towards the locker room.
Wow. You know what? I understand that this is a penalty. I definitely understand this is a penalty. It should be. You know what? That's a class move by Metz. Metz is going over to give a tap to John Fox.
At the same time, though, I'm not sure how much Fox accepts that apology. That was a big hit.
I'm not entirely sure. Well, okay. So it's a 5. This could theoretically be a 5 and a 10 without being a 5 in the game. We apologize for any foul language you may hear, as I'm not quite sure. We may have set up on the Stockton side.
You know, the fans yelling, but that's if it was your child. I mean, that's something I gotta say. That's something they take very seriously in college hockey. If it was the other way around,
that's a very good argument. That is a very good argument. Give a ton of credit to Metz for coming back over there. I don't. Regardless, it's a 5-on-3 for Seton Hall. As the centering try goes off a stick, this one will be cleared. Definitely 2. I don't know if that's 5 necessarily, but I don't know. I would think that's the game as this one is cleared. Back to center.
Fans certainly getting restless here for the
we're
Stockton
trying to
Ospreys.
We're trying to keep ourselves as the only people you really hear right now. Normally you love that crowd atmosphere, but not great at the moment. As walking in and shooting this one was Mascolo. I believe that Corella got it with his stick. Held in. Left point. Pass down low. It's a centering try, and on the back door, Volpe was denied by the left pad of Corella. This one out, right ahead. Breaking in is Russell, saved by Fox. Short-handed on a 5-on-3. Now it's a 5-on-4 for just under 4 minutes. So
how would the momentum change there if he scored that goal on Fox?
Well, the first penalty killed off nonetheless by Stockton. As unable to hold his own there was Tozer. Carried again by the Pirates. 3:30 left in the power play. 8:10 left in the period. Game still even at 1. A tangle behind the goal. Pirates get a man off the bench. Here's a try on the back door that was broken up. Carried back ahead by Matthew Brock, a 1-on-2. Brock just killing some time here. Will take a shot that's gloved by Fox. And a good play there by Brock as he will get a face-off in the offensive zone on the PK.
3:10 left in the power play for Seton Hall.
7:50 left in the period. Again, that penalty coming to Devin Metz. That was his 3rd of the game.
Wow, 3rd penalty of the game for Metz.
That was his 3rd of the game as far as I could tell. I believe I marked that all correctly. He got booked twice in the first period, once for cross-checking and once that 10-minute misconduct.
Chris, I'm not sure if you've seen it ever, but I think in a couple leagues, if you get a couple penalties, you are out for the game.
If you get multiple misconducts, you mean?
Right, yes.
It's possible that was the case here. I'm not quite sure. This one is cleared all the way down on goal. Great forecheck there from Brooks Raddick, but a good job by the Pirates that appeared to be Matthew Romano just to see him behind him. Pirates enter the zone, not really getting anything done on this power play. Out to center, Raddick chases this one. Good stick check by Moscolo. He'll skate it back in. Moscolo walks in and shoots. Nice job by Corella to stop that one. Looked like it really could have crossed him up as he had to reach more to his right with his glove. It's a tough puck to stop when you reach to the right with your glove or reach to the left with your right hand, and it goes right in front of your face and you just cross yourself up.
It's like you're a catcher.
Exactly. It's very tough. Very tough play. Is that a skate lace that I think they just picked up? It appears so. Our camera woman Olivia is telling us so. This one's held in at the left point off a clearing attempt. Here is O'Leary getting it back. O'Leary walks in. O'Leary shoots. That one is stopped by Corella, and he'll hold on to it with 2:06 left in this power play and 6:47 left in the period.
Both goalies really holding their own in net tonight.
It is true. It appears Fox has been the better goaltender at 5-on-5 in this period, and Corella, of course, on the PK. Held into the right point by O'Leary. Good sliding block there by Tyler Panico. Carried by Olhorn in that far corner. Worked onto the back. Olhorn gets it back. This one is thrown toward the net and stopped. One of the linesmen just threw something over the glass off the ice. I'm not sure what it was. But we get back to the play at hand. Good keep there by Olhorn. But he fanned on a cross-ice pass. It was cleared back to center. O'Leary chips back in. Both teams will change. Remember, it is the second period, the period of long change. Good keep there by Volpe. Volpe got it out in front. Backhander, and that one stopped. Rebound for Volpe.
What a shot by Fearon there. Fearon's got some hands.
Centering try came all the way through. Looked like it went off the mask, perhaps. Excellent job there by Fearon, who skates with the puck again. 1:10 left in the power play. On to the back. Here is a shot. Rather a faking of a shot. Cross-ice pass. That one goes off the glove of Corella. That shot coming off of Reed and out of play.
If Reed just shot that a half second earlier, there was an open gap right in that corner of that net.
That is true. Sliding to his left was Corella. The Pirates getting some opportunities, but have yet to score in this 5-minute major penalty. 1:03 left in the power play. Face-off won by the Pirates. Behind the net, Volpe chases the puck for a moment. Volpe, far corner. Out in front, here is a shot that one was blocked. Taken again by Reed. Volpe once more. Centering try that goes off a stick. Now Fearon. 40 left in the power play. Fearon. Cross ice. O'Leary into the slot. A shot goes wide. It looked like partially fanning on that one was Moscolo.
Almost. If he got more on that shot, that would have been a goal.
This one cleared down. 20 seconds left in the power play. Here comes Moscolo. Dances up ice and gets it for Wedge. Wedge slid it ahead for O'Leary. 5 seconds left in the power play. O'Leary around the boards for Moscolo, and the Stockton Osprey have killed off a 5-minute major in addition to the 2-minute minor that overlapped it.
Unfortunate for Seton Hall there. Hopefully it doesn't affect them.
Penalty upcoming. Penalty upcoming, looks like against Seton Hall.
And this is just what I'm talking about, Chris. Hopefully it doesn't affect them in a negative way, and it looks like it has. They miss on the power play, and now they take another penalty.
Tripping penalty against Michael Moscolo with 4:28 left of the period. That's 4:32 of elapsed time. That's the first penalty of the period for Seton Hall.
I'm sure this frustrates the coaches. I'm sure this frustrates the captain, Michael Volpe, as they've continued to tell these guys, stop taking penalties.
Stockton 1-for-1 on the power play so far tonight. Goal coming off the stick of Brett Machin. That's the lone tally for Stockton to this point. In the corner, Panico. Lead on the back to the right point. Panico gets it once more. Good back check by Olhorn. Good strength to clear that puck. Stockton with it again. Carried by DiStefano. William DiStefano able to get it up ice. Taken now by the goal scorer, Machin. Machin on the right side. Machin gallops his way into the zone. Plays it behind the net. Walks it out in front. No, that wouldn't go. Fox has his mask knocked off again. No pushing and shoving this time.
You got to think now. This game's getting a little rough for both teams.
Fortunately, no pushing and shoving after the fact. I don't think there was any malintent, nor do I think there was really any malintent by Mets last time. Again, a penalty, but maybe a bit questionable as to it being a major. Regardless, teams are at least by hockey standards, friendly terms.
I got to say, Chris, if fans were on the same side here, I think there would actually be more pushing and shoving for them than the actual players.
Yeah, we'd be talking 1970s Rangers Bruins.
Yeah, we'd see something like
Mike
that.
Milbury with a shoe sort of thing. As Sevian will carry this puck for Stockton. Sevian shooting one that goes wide. Off the end boards, it can be cleared by Patrick Wedge. 1:05 left in the power play. Sevian now for Stockton. Under a minute. Sevian will slide one ahead for Brock. Brock on the right wing. Shoots one that is blocked by Romano. Held in at the left point by Sevian. Chipped off the wall. Bouncing puck can be cleared by the Pirates. All the way down. It goes on goal. Corella will play it away from Wedge. Get it ahead for Sevian. Sevian drops now for Brock. Matthew Brock able to get it ahead now for Tanner Clemson. Trying to work it into the middle of the ice. It's broken up for a moment. Bouncing puck in the slot. Trying to keep it and work it toward the net was Wrestle, but the Pirates can clear. Sevian skating once more and leading the rush. 4 seconds left. Sevian with a shot. That one is stopped. Rebound. Skipped toward the front. Sevian tried to bank it home. Couldn't do it.
It looked like it hit off the mask of Fox, and he didn't know where it was.
Wrestle. Able to find Radek. Drop pass for Wrestle again. Cycling with Sevian. Sevian with a shot that goes wide. Now carried by DiStefano. That shot blocked. Once again, Wrestle. The captain going against Tozer. And against Mascola. Machin trying to center. Good break up there by the Pirates. A couple players go down. No call either way.
Fans calling for a trip there.
It appears so. They will not get one. As DiStefano tries to regather. Pirates changing. He's got Sevian on the left wing. Bouncing puck goes off his stick. Pirates able to clear back to center. Here is Fearon. Able to work it across. Onto the stick of O'Leary. Rims it around the wall to the near side, but it comes out of the zone. Fearon again will chip it in. Sevian pressured. Pirates with good work here on the forecheck. Panico able to turn it back to DiStefano. Under 1:10 left in the period. Bouncing puck goes over the stick of Wrestle, and it will be an icing. With 1:04 remaining, rather 1:03 remaining in the second period, Stockton will be unable to get a change, and that's even more important because it is the period of the long change. Stockton arguing that puck was touched by Wrestle. Some kind words coming from the fans. Olhorn for the draw with Wrestle. Olhorn thrown out of the draw. Thrown out of the face-off circle for a moment. And on the second try, he loses it anyway. Held in by the Pirates, though, at the left point. Sevian on the takeaway. He'll backhand it out of the zone. Could be a 3-on-1. Right wing, here's Russell. Russell walks in. Curl and drag. Good. Stop there by O'Leary to break
What
it
a
up.
play by O'Leary.
Russell will take it again. Russell in the backhand. Russell goes to the corner. Russell behind the net. Russell gets it on back to the point. Here is a shot. That one is redirected. Still loose in the slot. And it goes behind the net. Panico with the center shot. They score! Brooks Raddick scores against John Fox, his former 87's teammate, to give Stockton a 2-1 lead with 35.4 left in the period.
Well, the fans love it as Stockton now takes a 2-1 lead here late in the second. Definitely gives them momentum heading to the third period. So I'd call it 1-1 now in terms of period play.
In terms of period play, okay. I was going to say 2-1.
Not the score. Not the score, Chris.
Favoring Stockton as now they're working even harder on the forecheck. Brooks Raddick with his second goal in as many games on the season. This one cleared back to center all the way down, no icing. Under 15 left in the period. Raddick, who had 7 points in 29 games with that 87th team last year, also played a pair of games with the New Jersey Junior Titans. And we'll get maybe not so much pushing and shoving, maybe more so in the minds of some folks in the stands.
To me, that looked like a clean hit there.
I believe so. As it looked like.
Don't see anything getting called.
Well,
We'll see at the end of the period.
Well, regardless, there is some discussion between the gentlemen, if you can call them that, on their respective teams as they go toward their respective locker rooms. But that'll do it for us at the end of 2 periods of play. 2-1, the Osprey in front. Pat, observations from that period?
Well, I would say, like I said before, periods are probably 1-1 now in terms of play. But all Seton Hall needs to do is not get frustrated and not take any more penalties, because this could lead to more penalties, especially if they do get frustrated. So they just gotta not get frustrated and not let this screw up the rest of the game for them.
Very wise and sage advice as we are done with 40 minutes of play here in regulation time. 2-1, the Stockton Osprey in front of the Seton Hall Pirates. We'll be back momentarily here on YouTube.